So I come your way with just a word with Pastor Dennis. And if you are new to this channel, I would kindly recommend or request of you to subscribe to this channel for this content or for more of this content. And I believe your life would never be the same. And I want to talk about something that is very common to everybody, or something that almost everyone has ever experienced in life. And I want to talk about jealousy. In the Bible, in the commandments, in the 10 commandments, Bible says that do not covet and do not be jealous of another man's property, or do not be jealous of what somebody has. And in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 3, Paul was writing to the Corinth church and telling them that, are you not worldly if you are quarrelsome or if you are jealous? And let me read exactly what the Bible says. He says that you are still worldly. For since there is jealousy and quarreling among you, are you not worldly? And so it is an attitude or something that we don't need to entertain, because it has broken down relationships and cut short some important developments and things that would have been beneficial to humankind. Because of jealousy, it has ended badly. Now, the annoying thing is for a husband to be jealous of their wife, or for a wife to be jealous of their husband. That is very much crazy. But hey, these are things that are going on. Now, we need to realize that God in his manifold wisdom created us differently, and our purposes and agendas in life requires that he blesses us differently as well. And so there are people that are blessed immensely, immeasurably. They are just blessed. Whatever they touch is blessed. When they are part of a committee, it's blessed. When they are part of a business, it's blessed. They are just blessed because God has chosen to make it so. Now, if you happen to find someone who is good at a thing that you are not that good at, or who is very talented and capable of doing things much more than you can do, in my opinion, the thing is, you should first of all appreciate the person and thank God for such a person in your cycles, because at the end of the day, they are helping a greater cause, or they are helping that what you stand for will be very prosperous or will be successful. But unfortunately, that is not the case. In ministry, I have seen this sort of a rivalry and this sort of a jealousy or jealous attitude happening between associate pastors, happening between head pastors and their associates, only because that the pastors have not come to the point to appreciate what God is doing with them or what God has given them. And so they would wish that they are like another man. Now, the best you can be of another person is another version. The best, at best, what you can be of another person is another version of him. So when you learn to appreciate what God has given you, and you learn to like who you are and what you possess, there won't be any room for you to be jealous of another person, or to be jealous at the success of another man or a woman. Now, in the Bible, according to 1 Samuel chapter 8, and there is a story about David and Saul, and he's one of the interesting characters, or the lovely characters that I like to talk about, David, because he's a man that God picked up from nowhere and prepared him for the throne. But before he ascended the throne, he had to go through certain challenges, or he had to deal with certain things in life, and because of his good heart, the Lord blessed him, and eventually he ascended to the throne of Israel. Now, in 1 Samuel chapter 18, Bible says that when David came into the household of Saul, when he came into the service of Saul, Bible says specifically that everything that Saul entrusted him with was successful. Can you believe that? Everything that Saul entrusted David with was successful. Why? Because God was with him. But unfortunately, it seemed that Saul was not too happy at the success of David. He became angry and he became jealous. Because in one of these assignments, Bible says that when he was returning from striking the Philistines, now the Philistine was a common enemy of Israel. Every Israelite was hoping that the Philistines' army would be defeated. And so Saul, having David on his side, if David has been able to kill the Philistine, or if he has been able to kill Goliath, it is to the glory of the Lord, and it is to your advantage, because it will be said that in the time that Saul reigned, that is when David conquered the Philistine, or that is when David was able to kill Goliath. And so far as Saul was alive, the victories of David was the victories of Saul. The Bible says that when he was returning from killing the Philistine Goliath, Bible says that, and the women sang a song, women from the cities, the women, it's always the women, it's the women, they begin to compose a song. They begin to compose a song, and this is the song that they sang, and they said that Saul has struck down his thousands and David his 10,000s. And this was the problem that Saul had with David. I wouldn't want to go any further. I am coming away again. I'm coming your way again with a continuation of this very topic. There are about 3 or 4 lessons that we can learn from here. But before I bring this episode to a conclusion, I want you to bear this in mind, that the person that you are envious of is standing for the same cause. Appreciate him and thank God that you have them in your cycles, because it is God that have placed them in your life in order to facilitate the agenda of God. Do not be jealous of their success, but thank God for their lives, that they will be able to do much more than they are doing now. May the Lord bless you. Like I said, it is an exciting episode, and it is called Just the Word.